Continuing. And basically to believe that, like, I mean, the Most High basically gave these people up to their vile affections. Now it's a shame when he put that type of perverse spirit on a child, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, we here in GMS believe in the fact that it's reincarnation. You pay for your sins, you know what I mean? I was just listening to Elder Malcolm speak on how it was a scripture saying how our kings will be in slavery, and he spoke on how, like, King David, Salaki King David, is no accounts of him actually being a slave. So when would he become a slave? In the reincarnation, when you live on the earth, and then you go to the spirit realm and you go before the Most High, and then you come back to act out the punishment. You get your judgment here. You know what I mean? So when you wonder, well, damn, why is this happening? Why is that happening? You know what I mean? I'm gonna say a quick testimony. Like, for instance, it was always in my spirit not to have children. You know what I mean? Never wanted no children. Everybody had children. You know what I mean? And I never really wanted children. I mean, literally, I never. I mean, I used to say it and it never think nothing of it. I like children. I just never wanted no children of my own. And now, since being in the truth and having children, I know why I never wanted children. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what in the past, maybe, I mean, like the scripture says in Jeremiah, what's that, 16 or 17, where it says that we not supposed to take no wife or have no children here, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, we in a punishment. But I ain't mean to digress, like I said, at the end of the day, you know, with this, just reading from that article and then thinking about it, like at the end of the day, that shows you how far we have gone, how low we have gone. I mean, like homosexuality is nothing new. There's many accounts of it in the scriptures. At the end of the day, but look at this shit. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, just on top of them trying to prolong human life and all this transhumanism I mean, a freaky cyborg society. You know what I mean? And it makes you wonder, what the fuck is these elites? What are they gonna be doing though? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm sure they're gonna be getting fucked with, like, upgrade, because think about it. When you go into Rockefeller, they say that motherfucker had like 7 heart transplants. If they can, I remember watching something on Discovery. It was a documentary, and it was all these different futurists, and they were talking about, like, society in certain years. And it was one guy, and I wish I'd have wrote the fucking guy name down, but you know what I mean. Like, he was talking about how he's going to live forever, and if you mess up his chances to live forever, he go kill you. So you know what I mean. Like, that's before I was really in the truth, but you know what I mean. It was just like, I think most I was opening my eyes to certain things. Um, Anyhow, so my point being, uh, if the child as a girl, even going so far as to join girls' basketball teams and shower in the girls' facilities. And that's what, Esau is allowing now. But like I said, back in the day, like I said, they didn't try to take hold to the covenant with the Most High, talking about he going to take or follow the laws, but then they don't follow any of the laws. At the end of the day, if they're truly following them laws, th- that would be an abomination, and they would put that child to death. I mean, Jake is getting shot for basically not moving fast enough to show his ideal, just being around the wrong people at the wrong time. Ain't got nothing incriminating to actually warrant them being killed, but yet still they get killed. And then, like, Elder Malcolm did another video where he was showing, like, just we've only in the first month, going into the second month of the year, and you've already had 27 mass shootings, and they were all by Edomites. And all these guys are alive. You know what I mean? All these people are alive. They ain't not. Jake gets shot for, like I said, a routine traffic stop, but it just shows you the hypocrisy of this place. You know what I mean? Like, literally, they about to try to demonize us. And I'm not gonna speak on that like that, because at the end of the day, everybody that's really in the truth, they know if you really believe that this is a part of it, you know what I mean, it's gonna get way worse before it gets way better. And that's why my script, my YouTube channel is, Thy Kingdom Come, but it's not gonna come until after the day of the Lord. You know what I mean? I didn't mean to digress and just I'm a little bit of everywhere. Like I said, I'm half asleep but can't sleep. How was designed for distinct male and female roles has been corrupted to 50 shades of gray. Generation Y, sometimes called the Echo Boom, as it is the largest generation since the post-war boomers. In fact, some statistics list Generation Y as numbering 80 million or more. Beyond this group is Generation Z, or those born after 1955. Salakia, 1995. And I feel sorry for that generation. You know what I mean? Like, you know how fucked up these kids gonna be? Like they always talking about, who uses that tire? The what do you call them? Because like they on the Similac, like he call them mutant babies or some shit. But just imagine these babies, the ones that's born within the last, what's that, fucking 20 years. Like, oh my God, like with all the stimuli. I mean, we was watching something on YouTube and the new drugs, like they got some shit called Sprite and all. I mean, it's just crazy. Like, well, you can't feel sorry for them because, like I said, for the Most High to allow them to be born at this time, like I wonder, why, I was given all these children to. I mean, I don't know who they is, you know what I mean, but my children have had to go through things that I wouldn't have wanted for them, you know what I mean? But I mean, it's not what I want; is what the Most High want. You know what I mean? He blesses them, but like I said, I'm gonna get off of that because Elder Salakia Apostle Aramla spoke on something that he says, as much as you might love your family, at the end of the day, you gotta keep in mind that they might not make it. You know what I mean? Like, which is the truth. Today's media culture is already targeting this generation as rising consumers, customizing advertising, reach gender neutral, tech hungry, most post human individuals, perhaps even more than their parents. Generation Y youth look to genetics to take the next step in human evolution. What is that step? Consider popular culture and the memes Generation Y and Z. Generation Z, young people were exposed to every day. Graphic novels, films, television, and video games constantly and consistently teach that mankind is about to level up. Which is truth to that, because I was just listening to the brother, I don't know his name, but I know he's the head of DTA, and he was saying, as far as like like certain things, like how, like for instance, you might take certain foods out your diet, but then it's certain other things that you still do that you was doing in the world, like the content of what you watch. You know what I mean? Like a lot of violent movies or whatnot. There ain't nothing wrong with watching something, action movie here and there, but all that is subconsciously in your mind. That's why, like with some of these parents that just let their kids watch anything. You know what I mean? Like, and especially nowadays, you got to be careful with like cartoons you let them watch. Like my oldest child is 3 years old, so I used to let him watch this Teen Titan stuff. A little cartoon with the DC superhero, and I watched it a few times with him, so I'm thinking it's okay. And then one day I'm letting her watch it, and I'm doing something, but I can hear TV, and they trying to promote the little lesbian shit and that. So all the gay agenda, like the homosexual, and that. So I had to lightweight take her from watching that. Like I went all the way back to Scooby Doo. You know what I mean? Like, so it's real bad, man. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, when you get all the different stimuli, you got some people that listen to me. You got that music, that's like I've heard multiple people go in on it. I mean, it's on like not on the right the frequency, because they changed the frequency of music, so the music is a lot more like demonic. You know what I mean? Like certain music. That's why like classical music is actually how you thinking, and you know what I mean. You could meditate to it, or some jazz. You know what I mean? But now all that heavy, this rap shit, the new age rap shit, and heavy metal shit and all that. Young men and women and those in between can become werewolves, vampires, super soldiers, and Spider-Man. The old human paradigm of two genders and five senses Salakia, five senses can be replaced with an infinite number of gender choices or none at all, and extra senses that allow the transhuman to hear colors, smells, sounds, or tune into the very fabric of space and time. The biblical promise that we will rise up as eagles is twisted into promising wings that permit the new human to take physical flight. That's deep. He went into what's that, Isaiah, where he said we will mount up with wings. But that's for the elect. That's for the men that endure this thing and receive spiritual power. And it's spiritual because I was listening to a brother. He went into Matthew's 10. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that real quick and then I'm gonna start because he went into Matthew's 10. That's not just gonna be for everybody. You know what I mean? Like there's scriptures that say, you got to bear your cross. It's gonna be a lot that goes on with bearing your cross because it's gonna be persecution, and that's the right. That's what is perfect to bring out the scripture because at the end, I mean, you're seeing it now with this CNN thing and this Fox News thing, and people already kind of sort of knew us. We look like the crazy people on the corner. You might not knew we was the Israelites or the Hebrew Israelites, but and then people know. You know what I mean? And then now it's exposure for the whole world, and it's a beautiful thing. Just making it known that things are about to start speeding up. This is Matthews 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. Verse 18. And he shall be brought before governors, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my name's sake, for testimony against them and the Gentiles. Verse 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought of how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. Verse 24, it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Verse 21, the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father this child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. Verse 22, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. So, what he was using, that verse in Isaiah about, mount up with as eagles, meaning taking flight, those are going to be spiritual powers that the Most High is going to give those the elect men that endure all these different things. And all men, some men will just be sheltered or protected, hidden. Some men are going to be martyred, you know what I mean? And some men are going to receive spiritual power and go, become a killer and shit, you know what I mean? Like something out of, the coldest action movie you ever thought of. You know what I mean? Like, with that, I'm going to stop.